ជំរាបសួរទាំងអស់គ្នាអឺមសប្បាយចិត្តណាស់ដែលបានចូលរួមនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះណាចង់សំណែនាំខ្លួនម្ដងទៀតខ្ញុំឈ្មោះ Catherine Harry ដែលអាចហៅបានថា Cat ហើយខ្ញុំគឺជា vlogger ដែល vlog របស់ខ្ញុំមានឈ្មោះថា A Dose of Cath អញ្ចឹងប្រធានបទដែលខ្ញុំនិយាយគឺនិយាយអំពី gender សិទ្ធិស្មើគ្នាក៏ដូចជាបញ្ហាសុខភាពផ្លូវភេទហើយបញ្ហាសង្គមមួយចំនួនអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំចង់និយាយខ្លះតាក់ទងទៅនឹងបញ្ហាសុខភាពផ្លូវចិត្តប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុងការចែករំលែកនេះខ្ញុំសូមនិយាយជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសដោយសារតែពេលដែលខ្ញុំនិយាយជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសខ្ញុំអាចបកស្រាយពីបញ្ហានេះបានច្បាស់ជាងមុនហើយណាមួយដោយសារតែបទពិសោធន៍ដែលខ្ញុំនឹងចែករំលែកគឺជាបទពិសោធន៍ដែលផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំហើយ I feel more comfortable sharing in English so I hope you don't mind បើសិនបើមានសំណួរអីអាចសរសេរនៅក្នុងกระดาษហ្នឹងអាចសួរពេល panel discussion បន្ទាប់ពីនេះឬក៏អាចសួរខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់ពេលដែលចប់កម្មវិធីក៏បានដែរ Okay so there are a few things that people know about me like I'm a feminist everybody knows that I'm a vlogger I'm a reporter but there is one thing that not many people know about me and that is that I have bipolar disorder so I have been diagnosed with a mental disorder, bipolar disorder, since I was 17. For those of you who don't know what bipolar disorder is, it's a mental disorder. Unlike depression, it is characterized by two major extreme mood swings. So it's not only that I get depressed. I don't only get depressive episodes like a lot of depressed people do, but I also get mania, meaning that I become very, very happy. And the best way to describe this feeling, for those of you who have probably experienced it, is the feeling of getting high. So it's kind of like when you do drugs and then you feel high. But for me, my mania, it's not induced by drugs. It's by my hormones, the chemicals in my brain. So it's more difficult because not only do I feel sad, but sometimes I feel on the other side of the spectrum, which is really happy. And when when I'm manic, I do a lot of risky things. I do a lot of things that I wouldn't otherwise do. I would go out drinking a lot, or I would engage in risky behaviors. I would be too happy. I would go on a shopping spree. I would buy things more than I can afford. And then after I get mania, after I'm manic for a few days, it all comes crashing down. I get really depressed. It can happen just like that, like just in a matter of hours, days, even in one day, I would go from being the happiest person in the world to being the saddest person in the world to wanting to die. And that happens a lot. It was very difficult for me until I was diagnosed, and then I started to understand that this is not normal, that I have a mental disorder. But I didn't do anything about it because, like many people, there is a stigma with mental disorder. I didn't want to get medication because I thought that getting medication would mean I'm weak. And I don't want to be reliant on medication. So I didn't do anything. I thought I can just cope with it. It's fine. And then when I was 19, I went to America on an exchange program, UGrad. So being in a different country, not having my support system, not having my friends and family, it became extremely difficult for me until at one point I got really, really depressed that I thought if I wouldn't get professional help right now, I would end up dead in America and people would have to ship my body back to Cambodia. So that day I decided to go to the campus psychiatrist to talk to him about it. And then I got re-diagnosed again with bipolar disorder type 2. And then he put me on medication. I had to be on mood stabilizer because it was very dangerous for me to not be medicated. I started to go to the school counseling. I started to seek help, professional help. And after a while, I become better. I'm here talking about it. I get to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do had I been crying all the time. I get to write a book, I get to vlog, I get to meet new people, I get to be happy, I get to play with my dogs. Now, I'm not saying that medication is the solution for everyone, but if you have a mental disorder, or if you think that you have a mental disorder, it's very important that you get professional help. It doesn't make you weak, it just means that you take care of your own health. Now, I understand what it's like. Many people say that, oh, you're not depressed, you're just being dramatic. But that's not true. For people who don't experience depression, they don't know what it's like to hate being inside your own mind. And that is very important for people around you, for friends and family to become empathetic, to become sympathetic, to understand that their friends or their loved one is experiencing a difficult time. What you should not ever tell someone who is depressed is to tell them, one, that they're being dramatic, or two, that they should go out for a walk, or three, which is the worst one, you tell them, stop being sad. Now, I compare this to a physical illness. If someone has cancer, do you walk up to them and say, hey, I know you have cancer, but can you stop having cancer? It doesn't work like that. A mental disorder is like a physical disorder, it's like a physical illness. You can't make it go away just because someone tells you to stop having it. And that's very important that you understand or try to understand. Because for me, I get by because I have a strong support system. My boyfriend is very supportive. I have a very supportive friend. Even though they don't understand what it's like to really have a mental disorder, but they try to be there, they try to understand, and that helps keep me alive. Now, I have prepared something that I have learned from years and months of counseling that I want to share with you in case you have experienced a mental disorder, depression, or panic attack, or anxiety. It's called the grounding technique. So I want all of you to participate with me on this. Now, the grounding technique is where you try to pull yourself back into reality, telling yourself that your feelings are not, they're just your feelings, that you need to be back here and now and in reality and stop thinking about the thoughts in your head. Now, first, you have to sit down in a comfortable chair and put your feet down on the floor. It's called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. So, 5, look around you and observe 5 things that you see. Tell yourself, what are the 5 things that you see right now? And then 4, you can close your eyes. It can help you better with this. Just close your eyes and think about what you feel. Think about what you're feeling with your body, not with your mind, but with your body. Do you feel the chair beneath you? Do you feel the air? Do you feel your touch? Do you feel your body? Name 4 things that you're feeling right now. And then 3, name the 3 things that you can hear. The sound of my voice, the sound of the air conditioning, the sound of the fan. And then 2, name 2 things that you smell right now. Maybe it's the smell of the air freshener in the room. Maybe you're in some place that you can smell the tree. And then 1, name 1 thing that you can taste. Maybe it's your saliva. Maybe you just had some peppermint. So this grounding technique, and I hope that you can probably try to use it in your own life back home when you're feeling depressed or panic attack, is to understand that you're here, to pull yourself back and understand that you're here right now, you're living your life, and that things are going to be okay. And for those who are experiencing depression or a mental disorder, I just want you to understand that it's going to be okay. I have experienced it, and I'm here. I'm still alive. I have wanted to die, but I'm still here, living, speaking in front of all of you. And I want you to understand that the voice inside your head telling you that you're not worth it, that's not true. Don't listen to that voice. You are worth it. You are worthy of love. And it's okay to feel sad from time to time, but be nice to yourself. Be your own best friend. It's okay to have a mental disorder. Many people do. Go seek professional help if you know that you're experiencing something abnormal, if you're feeling different, if you're feeling sad that is longer than 2 weeks or more, and I'm sure the doctors have already told you about the signs of depression before this. And I want you to understand that if you ever feel like you want to die because you don't want to take this feeling anymore, because you think that you don't want to live anymore, you have to understand that John Lennon once said, everything is going to be okay. If it's not okay, then it's not the end. And you have to understand that if it's not okay for you right now, then it's not the end of your life. Thank you.